Hey everyone, I hope you're having a nice weekend and happy Halloween. So some things for this week. I have tatsoi and some spinach in here that I think I'm going to try to get planted. So the tatsoi, I think we'll put 9 plants in bed. Wherever that tatsoi is planted now, I'll write it down. I don't remember the number of that bed. But the tatsoi that's really eaten up out there, I think we'll pull that up and put in some new tatsoi. And then also put some in bed 10. And these plants get pretty big, so I think I'll probably space them out a bit more than I did previously. So I was just thinking we maybe put like 8 to 10 plants per bed. So we'll kind of divide those up, and I think we'll have some left over that maybe I'll plant in another bed. I know that at some point we'll be pulling out the beets and the cabbage, so having some left over I think is okay. And then the spinach we'll plant. There's only a couple in bed 22, only a couple of plants survived the first time I tried planting the spinach, so hopefully these will do a bit better. And when I go outside, I'll kind of show you the spacing. And then if there's spare time this week, anyone is just doesn't know what else to do, we're kind of starting to get the containers cleaned. So these on this top shelf are cleaned, and over on the table are clean. So basically all we're doing is just clogging up the sink, putting in some of the Simple Green, and just using the scrub brush and scrubbing them out. And then you can just set them in here to dry. You could also set them out on this table out here if it's nice out. So we can harvest some dill this week. You can go through and just take off like maybe 1 or 2 of these and put, people don't use a ton of dill. So I put maybe just like 2 stems worth in a bag. So you can go through here and trim some of the dill. Also, we could do a little more parsley. And then we have kale. Let's see, I think there's 2 kale plants that survived out of this bed initially. So we can harvest kale off of those 2, kale off of bed 20, and then this is the tatsoi that I was saying. It's just so really badly eaten up. Although the stuff in the middle is looking okay. Well, I might go through here and just trim off some of the stuff that's really badly eaten. Maybe the middle stuff will be okay. So TBD on replanting this tatsoi. I'm gonna look at this a bit more when I'm here this week. We have more Swiss chard to harvest. Let's see, this is bed 17, and then the bed over there. So 2 beds of Swiss chard. The beets, it looks like there's some, if you look down here, that looks like a decent sized beet. That one. So we can look through here and just harvest some of the real big ones. Broccoli, I've been harvesting, so you'll see like there are some side shoots coming up, and I've been harvesting those off. So you can kind of go through here and see like there's a little side shoot. I don't know how much bigger these are gonna get, so let's just keep an eye on it. If they start turning yellow at all, we'll want to just harvest it. But that's something to keep an eye on. And then I was harvesting a couple side shoots, and then I was harvesting off some of the better looking leaves, which some of these are pretty eaten up. So if you find any that look good, you can include them. Like that leaf looks pretty good. see. Oh, here's the spinach bed. You can see there's just like literally maybe just 2 plants that survived. So we can plant more spinach in this bed. I did 3 rows and about 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 plants down each row. So we'll try doing that again. We'll see what happens. The collards we can keep harvesting. You just want to harvest, you know, maybe just a couple of the bigger leaves. Make sure you leave enough on there so the plant will keep growing. But like that plant, I would harvest this big one and this big one. So there's that. The red romaine, I think we can do a little bit more aggressive harvesting off of this week. The first time we kind of took it easy, but some of these leaves are getting pretty big, so we could harvest off, you know, like this one I would do probably 4 or 5 of these big leaves off of the outside. So we can go through here and probably get a pretty decent harvest off of the red romaine. And I would just, I mean, if it's damp, take it inside, whatever greens are damp, and lay out one of the big bath towels and just kind of let the greens dry off a bit before taking them up, especially lettuce, because it just is going to get pretty mushy pretty fast. Here we can trim off, I don't know how this plant is going to fare when it starts getting colder, but we could get all the dead flowers trimmed off of this plant. And let me see what else is on my list. I think that's about it. I'll have to look and see. It's just been raining so much, I don't think we'll have to worry too much about watering, but I will look and see what the forecast is supposed to be. Oh yeah, and we can also trim off some of the tatsoi, which these are starting to get eaten up too. But you know, we could trim back a good half of this plant. So we can do that this week. Any of these that are just really eaten up, we can compost. But yeah, I think that's about it. My schedule this week is a little wonky. I am going to something at my son's preschool tomorrow, and that's supposed to be most of the day, or most of the morning. So I won't be here in the morning, or I might stop in early. But I won't be here during my normal time. I'll be here Wednesday. We're going to be working in the rain garden on Wednesday. And then Friday I have a doctor's appointment, but I'll still probably be able to stop in at some point. And then I'm sure I'll stop in at some other time during the week too. But just give me a call if you guys have any questions, and thanks as always for your help. Bye!